Got an olive grove. It's dead now, thanks to the donkeys.
When Barbara and her husband bought this land in southern Crete in Greece, they didn't expect to be spending their retirement caring for dozens of rescue donkeys. But life had other plans.
We built our house 30 years ago because we love the sea. We wanted to be closer to the sea. My father-in-law, who was in his 90s, was unable to look after his little donkey anymore. And we said, well, we'll bring the donkey. We got an olive grove. We did have an olive grove. It's dead now, thanks to the donkeys. And we'll bring him down here. So we brought the little donkey down here to live and looked after him. And then after some time, we started to get telephone calls. In those days there was no Facebook or anything like that. And people asking if we could take donkeys that were roaming around the fields. They were unwanted. Maybe the owner died. Come over in the shade so the sun is not so much in my face.
Today, Agia Marina Donkey Sanctuary is home to about 25 donkeys. The sanctuary is only 1 hour from the island's biggest city, Iraklio, and only 5 minutes from the old hippie community of Matala. It is open to the public and relies mainly on donations. The animals here come from all sorts of abusive situations.
He was used to carry stones and bricks for a builder, and he collapsed from the weight, and the owner beat him. And fortunately, some people from the island witnessed it, called the police. The police came, took the donkey away. There was a court case, and the donkey was instructed to come and live at a sanctuary. And here we have Ermi. Ermi belonged to an old man who died. You'll notice that a lot of them have white marks around the bottom of their leg. That's where they've been tied up with ropes. I think this is Naomi coming up towards us now. She's going to have a scratch on the tree. And she's totally blind.
Oh, happy.
When they come here, they're often very, very nervous, a little bit untrusting of people, because they haven't had any affection, or a lot of them haven't had any affection or any love, or apart from a mia sbagliata several times a day.
To understand why a donkey rescue place is so much needed here, one has to understand the place of the donkey in the Greek culture. There are parts of the country where donkeys and other equines are still so embedded in the everyday life that it seems as if those places would not exist without them. From working in tourism to carrying building material, furniture, trash, and working in the fields, donkeys in Greece spend their lives overworking. And when they're not useful anymore, retiring in dignity is an option only for the lucky few.
And after they die, who's going to look after the donkey? Who's going to feed and care for it? It costs a lot of money to feed a donkey. They're very hungry animals. They need their teeth done, they need their hooves done, they need fly protection, they need a lot of affection. And they were just left out. Some of them were deliberately pushed over cliffs, and yes, you will know all about this, especially on the islands like Santorini and places like that.
Apart from the usual abusive situations, some of the donkeys here were rescued from failed donkey milk industries, a new trend that appears to be on the rise. The donkey milk seems to be the new elixir, as it is similar to the human mother's milk and has been used for all sorts of products, from body lotions to lip balms and soaps.
The donkey milk farms went bankrupt because it costs a lot of money to have a proper donkey milk farm. Big sterilized stainless steel stables and everything. But when these donkey milk farms went bankrupt, they had all these pregnant donkeys and no money to feed them.
After a life of abuse and neglect, the donkeys on the sanctuary are given the opportunity to live work-free, full of love and affection. They all have their names, they are individuals, they have toys to play with around, and yes, donkeys do play, and they can make friends and socialize. Some are still not used to being around humans and will not trust strangers, and some others are, well, quite the opposite.
They need a lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of cuddling. They're very clever. Very, very intelligent animals, like 18-year-olds, you know. All they want is a boyfriend. He's a stallion.
Oh.
Yes, all right.
Yeah,
sure, and if we bring him inside, he will get all the females pregnant.
Yeah.
And he will also fight with the males who have been castrated. Next weekend he is going to be castrated. He will have to stay out at least I have to ask the vet for sure, but at least for 1 month after the castration.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work immediately.
No,
it's not on off.
Exactly. He still has the hormones that...
Donkeys are incredibly smart, curious and funny animals. Give them a chance to be happy and show off their personalities and you will be amazed. Spending time in Rahia Marina Donkey Rescue gives you the opportunity to understand this amazing animal a bit better. And it gives them a chance to mess with your hair, your stuff, your clothes, or maybe to just say hello from a distance.
Leave Muriel alone.
There is one thing here that will inspire you, and that is the tranquility of the place. Being around donkeys is peaceful, and they have a way of transmitting this peacefulness to everyone around them. No matter how horrible their past is, no matter if the wounds in their bodies and souls still haven't healed, and probably never will completely, donkeys have loving, peaceful hearts, and that's the feeling that you'll take away with you after your visit. Don't forget to make a donation on your way out and buy something from the modest gift shop. And if you're lucky, you may end up with a few extraordinary peacock feathers to decorate wherever it is you want to decorate, provided that this guy is feeling like sharing. One thing you might not know is that donkeys are excellent selfie partners. They're natural. Hello, I am Valia. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and if you can, join me on Patreon and help create more compassionate people. Para la versión del canal en castellano, busquen el enlace abajo.